Hey Cancer, welcome back to the channel. I just sat down with my deck because I felt this pull to do a reading specifically about your love story, and honestly what came through is incredibly personal and specific. This is going to be one of those readings where I dive deep into what the universe wants you to know about your romantic journey. Before I even pulled the first card, I could feel this energy of transformation around Cancer right now. There is something shifting in your love life, something significant, and the cards are here to tell us exactly what that looks like. So grab your coffee or tea, get comfortable, because we are going into every single detail of what I am seeing for you. All right, so the first card I pulled is the Nine of Wands, and I need you to really sit with this one because it is speaking volumes about where you are right now in your love journey. The Nine of Wands is showing me someone who has been through some stuff. You have battle scars, Cancer. You have loved before, you have been hurt before, and you have built these walls around your heart that are pretty much fortress level at this point. What I am seeing with this card is that you are in this protective mode. You are not closed off completely, but you are definitely cautious. You are like someone standing guard, watching the horizon, making sure nothing and no one gets close enough to hurt you again. And I get it, I really do. The Nine of Wands tells me that your past experiences in love have taught you to be careful, to not give your heart away easily, to question intentions, and to move slowly. But here is what is interesting about this card showing up first in your love story reading. The Nine of Wands is not about being defeated. It is about resilience. It is about someone who has been knocked down but is still standing. You are still here, Cancer. You are still open to love even though you have been hurt. You have not given up. You have just become wiser and more discerning about who you let into your emotional world. The energy I am getting is that you might be in a place right now where you are tired of dating games, tired of situationships, tired of people who cannot match your emotional depth. You want something real, but you are also scared of getting hurt again. You are at this crossroads where part of you wants to stay protected and part of you is ready to take another chance on love. The Nine of Wands is saying that your caution is valid, your boundaries are important, but do not let fear completely block the possibility of something beautiful coming in. What I am also seeing here is that you might have recently dealt with someone who was not right for you. Or maybe you are just coming out of a period where you felt disappointed in love. This card suggests that you are recovering, healing, but still keeping your guard up. You are not bitter, but you are definitely more selective now about who gets access to your heart. Now, the second card that came through is the Six of Pentacles, and this is where things start to get really interesting, because this card is all about balance, give and take, and reciprocity in relationships. After the Nine of Wands showing us your protective stance, the Six of Pentacles is revealing what you are actually looking for in a partner and what kind of dynamic is coming into your love life. The Six of Pentacles in a love reading is incredibly significant because it speaks to equality and mutual support. You are not looking for someone who takes more than they give, Cancer. You are not interested in one-sided connections anymore. You want a relationship where both people are invested, where both people are showing up, where there is genuine reciprocity and effort, emotions and commitment. What I am picking up is that you have learned from past relationships where maybe you were the one always giving, always nurturing, always being the emotional support system while the other person just took and took. The Six of Pentacles is telling me that you are now at a point where you recognize your worth and you understand that you deserve someone who gives back to you with the same intensity that you give to them. This card is also showing me generosity of spirit. When you do open up and let someone in, you are incredibly generous with your love, Cancer. You give deeply, you care deeply, you want to make your partner feel valued and cherished. But the Six of Pentacles is saying that this time around, you are going to attract someone who matches that energy. Someone who also wants to give to you, who wants to support you, who sees relationships as a partnership rather than a one-way street. I am also getting this message that there might be someone coming in or already in your sphere who has a very giving nature, someone who is stable and wants to share their life with you. This could be someone who is financially stable, someone who is generous not just with money but with their time and attention. The Six of Pentacles often indicates someone who is in a good place in their life and wants to share that abundance with a partner. The third card I pulled is Death. And I know that might sound scary, but please hear me out because this card is actually incredibly positive for your love story. Death in tarot is not about physical death. It is about transformation, endings that make way for new beginnings, and profound change. This card is telling me that your love story involves a major transformation. What I am seeing here is that you are going through or about to go through a complete shift in how you approach love and relationships. Old patterns are dying away. Old beliefs about what you deserve or what love should look like are transforming. The Death card is essentially saying that the version of you who accepted less than you deserved, who stayed in situations that did not serve you, who people pleased or ignored red flags, that version is ending. This transformation is necessary for your love story to unfold the way it is meant to. You cannot attract the right person while still carrying old wounds, old patterns, old beliefs. The Death card is showing me that you are shedding layers. You are releasing what no longer serves you, and you are making space for something completely new and different. I am also getting that this transformation might feel uncomfortable. Change always does. You might be going through a period right now where you are questioning everything about love, where you are reassessing what you want, where you are letting go of connections that are not aligned with your highest good. The Death card says this is all part of the process. You are not losing anything that was meant for you. You are simply clearing out what was blocking your blessings. What I find really powerful about death showing up in your love reading is that it promises rebirth. After the ending comes a new beginning. After you release the old, you make space for the new. The love story that is coming for you, Cancer, is going to be different from anything you have experienced before, because you are different now. You are transforming, evolving, and the relationship that comes in is going to reflect this new version of you. The fourth card that came through is Two of Pentacles, and this is adding another layer to your love story that I find really important. The Two of Pentacles is all about balance, juggling priorities, and managing multiple aspects of life. In the context of your love reading, this card is telling me that part of your love story involves finding balance between your personal life and your romantic life. What I am seeing is that you might be someone who is very focused on other areas of your life right now. Maybe you are building your career, focusing on your goals, working on yourself, dealing with family matters, or just trying to keep all the balls in the air. The Two of Pentacles suggests that you are in this phase where you are managing a lot, and finding time and energy for romance feels like another thing to balance. But here is what the Two of Pentacles is really saying. Your love story is not going to require you to sacrifice everything else in your life. The right person is going to understand that you have other priorities and responsibilities. They are going to be flexible, understanding, and supportive of your need to balance different aspects of your life. This is not going to be a demanding, all-consuming, drama-filled connection. It is going to be something that fits into your life in a harmonious way. I am also getting that you might meet someone or deepen a connection with someone while you are focused on other things. This could be someone who comes in while you are working on a project, building something, or just living your life. The Two of Pentacles often indicates that love finds you when you are not desperately searching for it, but rather when you are engaged in your own life and pursuits. What I'm also picking up is that this card can indicate someone who also has a lot going on in their life. They might be someone who is ambitious, who has responsibilities, who is managing their own set of priorities. This creates a relationship dynamic where both people understand that life is multifaceted and that a healthy relationship allows space for individual pursuits alongside the partnership. Now, the fifth card is the Queen of Wands, and I am getting excited because this card is bringing in some really powerful energy to your love story. The Queen of Wands is confident, charismatic, passionate, and magnetic. In your reading, this card is showing me either the energy you are stepping into or the energy of someone significant in your love story. If this represents you, Cancer, then what I am seeing is that you are claiming your power in love. You are stepping into your confidence, owning your worth, and showing up as the main character in your own love story. The Queen of Wands does not chase, does not beg, does not settle. She knows what she brings to the table, and she expects to be matched. This energy is so important for you to embody because it completely shifts how you attract and experience love. The Queen of Wands is also incredibly passionate. When she loves fully, but she never loses herself in the process. She maintains her independence, her interests, her fire. What I am getting is that your love story involves you keeping your own identity and not dimming your light for anyone. The right person is going to love your passion, your energy, your confidence. They are going to be attracted to your strength, not intimidated by it. Now, if the Queen of Wands represents someone coming into your life, then we are talking about a really dynamic person. This could be someone with fire sign energy, someone who is confident and outgoing, someone who has that magnetic presence. They are passionate, they know what they want, and they are not afraid to go after it. This person is going to match your energy and might even challenge you in the best ways possible. What I love about the Queen of Wands in your love reading is that it speaks to a relationship that has spark and chemistry. This is not going to be boring or predictable. There is going to be attraction, excitement, and genuine interest. The Queen of Wands brings warmth and enthusiasm to everything she does, and this energy in your love story suggests that when the right connection comes in, you are going to feel it. The sixth card I pulled is Four of Swords, and this might seem like an unexpected card in a love reading, but it is actually really important for your story. The Four of Swords is about rest, contemplation, recovery, and taking a pause. What this card is telling me is that part of your love journey involves periods of being alone, reflecting, and recharging. What I am seeing is that you might be in or entering a phase where you need to step back from actively pursuing love and just focus on yourself. This is not about giving up on love. It is about giving yourself the space to heal, to think clearly, to understand what you really want. The Four of Swords suggests that some of your best clarity about love is going to come during moments of solitude and quiet, reflection. I am also getting that you might have been through some emotionally draining experiences in love, and the Four of Swords is saying you need to rest and recover from that. You cannot jump from one relationship or situationship into another without taking time to process, heal, and recalibrate. This card is giving you permission to take your time, to not feel pressured to be in a relationship right now if you are not ready. What is really interesting about the Four of Swords in your love story is that it suggests the universe is protecting you during this rest period. While you are taking time for yourself, things are actually aligning behind the scenes. The right person might be going through their own journey, their own growth, their own preparation. The Four of Swords indicates that this pause is purposeful and productive, even if it does not feel that way in the moment. This card is also telling me that when you do enter into a relationship, you are going to need space and alone time within that relationship. You are not someone who can be in a clingy, suffocating dynamic. You need a partner who understands and respects your need for solitude and personal space. The Four of Swords in your reading is highlighting that healthy relationships include room for individual rest and reflection. The seventh card is Nine of Cups. And oh my goodness, Cancer, this is such a beautiful card to have in your love story. The Nine of Cups is literally called the wish card, the card of emotional fulfillment and getting what you desire. This card is telling me that your wishes in love are going to come true. What I am seeing with the Nine of Cups is that you have very specific desires and dreams about what you want in a relationship. Maybe you have a vision of the kind of partner you want to be with, the kind of relationship dynamic you want to experience, the kind of love story you want to live. The Nine of Cups is saying that this is not just fantasy, this is actually possible for you. This card speaks to deep emotional satisfaction and contentment in love. What I am picking up is that when the right relationship comes in, it is going to feel like everything you have been waiting for. It is going to feel fulfilling on a soul level. You are going to feel genuinely happy, genuinely satisfied, genuinely content. The Nine of Cups promises that kind of joy in your love life. I am also getting that this card represents you coming to a place of self-love and self-satisfaction first. The Nine of Cups often shows up when someone has done the inner work and is in a good place emotionally. You are learning to fulfill your own emotional needs, to make yourself happy, to create a life you love. And from that place of inner fulfillment, you are going to attract a relationship that adds to your happiness rather than being the source of it. What I love about the Nine of Cups in your reading is that it suggests abundance in love. This is not about scarcity or settling. You are going to have options. You are going to feel desired, and you are going to be in a position to choose what truly makes you happy. The universe is literally saying your cup is going to overflow with love and emotional fulfillment. The eighth card that came through is the Empress. And Cancer, this card is significant for you because the Empress is one of the most beautiful cards to get in a love reading. The Empress represents divine feminine energy, nurturing, creativity, abundance, and deep sensual connection. This card is showing me that your love story has a very nurturing and creative quality to it. What I am seeing is that you have this incredible capacity to love deeply and create beautiful experiences in relationships. The Empress is the ultimate nurturer, and Cancer, you embody this energy naturally. You want to take care of your partner, create a beautiful home together, build something meaningful and lasting. The Empress in your reading is highlighting that these desires are going to be honored and reciprocated. This card is also speaking to physical attraction and sensual connection. The Empress is very much about the body, pleasure, and physical affection. What I am getting is that your love story is going to include a strong physical chemistry and connection. This is going to be someone you are genuinely attracted to, someone whose touch feels right, someone you connect with on that physical level. I am also picking up that the Empress can represent fertility and creation. This does not necessarily mean children, although it could, but it definitely speaks to creating something together, whether that is a home, a life, shared experiences, or even creative projects. Your love story has this quality of building and growing something beautiful together. What I find really powerful about the Empress showing up is that it speaks to receiving love and allowing yourself to be nurtured as well. You give so much, Cancer, but the Empress is reminding you that you also deserve to receive. You deserve to be taken care of, pampered, adored, and cherished. The right person is going to make you feel like the goddess that you are. The 9th card I pulled is 7 of Pentacles, and this card is adding a really important dimension to your love story. The 7 of Pentacles is about patience, long-term investment, and waiting for things to grow. What this card is telling me is that your love story is not going to be an instant fairy tale. It is going to be something that develops and deepens over time. What I am seeing is that the right relationship for you is going to require patience and nurturing. This might be a connection that starts slowly, that builds gradually, that requires time to develop into something solid and real. The 7 of Pentacles suggests that you might meet someone and not immediately know they are the one, but over time, as you invest in the connection, it grows into something really beautiful. This card is also speaking to the work that goes into relationships. The 7 of Pentacles acknowledges that love is not just about feelings and chemistry. It is also about consistent effort, communication, and mutual investment. What I am getting is that you are ready for that kind of mature, committed love where both people are willing to put in the work to make it last. I am also picking up that you might be in a phase right now where you are assessing what you have invested in past relationships and what you have gotten in return. The 7 of Pentacles often shows up when someone is evaluating whether their efforts have been worth it. This card is saying that your past investments in love have taught you valuable lessons. And now you are going to be much more strategic about where you invest your emotional energy going forward. What I love about the 7 of Pentacles in your love story is that it promises growth and eventual harvest. You are planting seeds right now, Cancer. You are doing the inner work, setting the boundaries, clarifying what you want. And the 7 of Pentacles is saying that this investment in yourself and in creating the right conditions for love is going to pay off. You are going to reap the rewards of all this growth and preparation. The final card in your reading is 7 of Cups. And I find this really interesting as the closing card because 7 of Cups is all about choices, possibilities, and discernment. What this card is telling me is that your love story involves having multiple options and needing to choose wisely. What I am seeing is that you are going to be in a position where you have different possibilities in love. There might be multiple people interested in you, or different paths your love life could take. The 7 of Cups is saying that not all of these options are real or right for you. Some might be illusions, some might look good on the surface but lack substance, and some might be genuine possibilities worth exploring. This card is really highlighting the importance of discernment in your love journey. You need to look beyond the surface, beyond the fantasy, beyond what people say and see what is actually real and solid. The 7 of Cups warns against getting caught up in illusions or projecting what you want onto someone who is not actually offering that. I am also getting that you might be someone who daydreams a lot about love, who has a very romantic and idealistic view of relationships. The 7 of Cups is not saying this is bad, but it is saying that you need to balance your dreams with reality. You need to make sure that the person you choose is not just who you hope they could be, but who they actually are right now. What I find really important about the 7 of Cups as your final card is that it puts the power of choice in your hands. Your love story is not something that just happens to you, Cancer. You get to choose. You get to decide who is worthy of your time and energy. You get to be selective and intentional about the kind of love you allow into your life. So let me bring all of this together for you. Your love story, Cancer, is one of transformation and growth. You are coming from a place of being guarded and protective, which is completely valid given what you have been through. But you are also learning about reciprocity and balance in relationships. You are no longer willing to be the only one giving. There is a major transformation happening in how you approach love. Old patterns are dying, and you are becoming someone new, someone who knows their worth and is not afraid to demand what they deserve. You are learning to balance your love life with everything else going on. and you are stepping into your power and confidence. You are taking time to rest and reflect, which is creating space for clarity and healing. And from this place of inner work and self-awareness, you are going to experience the emotional fulfillment you have been wishing for. You are going to build something beautiful and nurturing with someone who sees your value. This is going to take patience and long-term investment, but it is going to be worth it. And when you are faced with choices and possibilities, you are going to use your discernment to choose what is real and right for you. Your love story is not about rushing or forcing anything. It is about becoming the person who is ready for the love you desire and then allowing that love to unfold naturally. Trust the process, Cancer. Trust your journey. Everything you have been through has prepared you for what is coming. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope this reading resonated with you and gave you some clarity and hope about your love journey. If it did, let me know in the comments what part spoke to you the most. Sending you so much love and light, Cancer. Your beautiful love story is unfolding exactly as it should.